Now on CoastTV News.
Stables to apartments.
This is a completely inappropriate place.
Sussex County Council votes in favor of a zoning change.
New Dairy Queen.
I think it's good for this area.
But not all Milton locals are on board.
Now that we're bracing for a warm-up, it's going to come with the possibility of widespread rain and some very blustery winds that's prompted a yellow alert day. I'll pinpoint exactly when you should be concerned coming up.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
This horse property rezoned. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. Our top story tonight is a 39-acre horse farm in Lewes rezoned with apartments and businesses eyed for the future.
This is the Bellmead Farm in Lewes on Route 24. The farm itself, Love Creek LLC, is now one step closer to building apartments and businesses on this property after a Sussex County Council vote today. CoastTV News reporter Brandon Ferguson shows us why Council went forward with the zoning change.
Mr. Boyd's points, I vote yes, motion carried.
Gasps were heard throughout the Sussex County Chamber when County Council voted 3-2 to approve a zoning change for this piece of land from agricultural to a planned commercial district. Matt Lloyd, Steve McCarron, and Douglas Hudson voted yes for the change, citing the need for affordable housing and how this development fits into the county's comprehensive plan. The two no votes came from Jane Grunenbaum and John Riley. Grunenbaum saying the increase in traffic that this development will cause and the close proximity to schools was her reasoning. Riley agreed with those points. Grunenbaum added an amendment calling for 15% of the residential units to be reserved for affordable housing. Judy Rose Seibert lives on Route 24. She understands the need for housing, but just not at that location.
Although I do believe that that there needs to be more housing, this is a completely inappropriate place to put a C4 development.
Nathaniel Wilson has lived in Sussex County his whole life and just wanted a no vote Tuesday from council.
They have a pattern of voting for the developers, not for the people, not for the environment.
Now that this land has officially been rezoned, the applicant, Love Creek LLC, now needs approvals from agencies like DelDOT and DENREC. The information officer for Sussex County tells us this could take anywhere from a year to 2 years before this is completely done. And then the applicant can present their final site plan to the Sussex County Planning and Zoning Commission, not Sussex County Council. We reached out to Love Creek LLC for this story, and they did not get back to us. In Lewes, Brandon Ferguson, CoastTV News.
Right near Bellmead, a major project called Atlantic Fields, which would have a Costco and a Target, that's under review. The public record closes Tuesday, December 23rd on the proposed development along Route 24. Sussex County Council is reviewing responses from state and local agencies after they asked for more information on traffic, environmental, and conservation impacts.
If you're a homeowner who wants to start renting out your property, that option is not allowed in these areas right now. The Ocean City Council recently extended a moratorium as it continues discussions on future regulations for short-term rentals. That decision led Terry Miller and others to push for a referendum and have voters decide to uphold the rule or overturn it. Miller says they must collect 991 signatures from registered voters whose primary residence is Ocean City. And while some are advocating for the petition, others are strongly against it.
The ability to rent your home one day may be the difference between keeping it in your family and losing it.
And this house over here having starting to party again. And I did call the police at that time because it was going on after midnight.
According to Miller, the petition needs all 991 signatures before January 20th for the referendum to take place. This brings us to our CoastTV poll. We want to know, how should Ocean City handle these short-term rentals?
Let's take a look at the updated results from last news hour. So far, 78% say loosen rules, 16% say tighten rules, 1% say keep as is, and 5% say ban entirely.
We do have a comment from Chris in Ocean City who says people who live here year-round want less disruptive neighbors and more enforcement.
If you haven't voted yet, or if you want to leave a comment just like Chris, we'd love to hear it. CoastTV.com or the mobile app, and we'll update you at 11. After days of bitter cold, Sussex County finally catching a break. Temperatures are set to edge up over the next few days, and for many, they're ready for it. Coast TV News reporter Nicole Richter shows us what people think about all this cold.
Icicles are melting. And while winter isn't over yet, Sussex County is starting to feel a change. After weeks of bitter cold, many people say the frigid temperatures made it hard to get out and go about their day.
I don't get to go out and walk as much because it's just too cold, and the roads are a little bit slippery.
Now, after days of sub-freezing temperatures, the cold is finally easing, offering a short but welcome break from the deep freeze.
I think the cold came as a surprise to everyone because it had been so mild, and then we had a deep cold that there was no one on the boardwalk at all, and now we have some sunny days, which is a relief.
Even a slight warm-up is making a big difference. Some say the modest rise in temperatures is enough to get them back outside.
In the 40s, that's cold enough for me. Doesn't have to be super cold, but I'm looking forward to it warming up a little bit.
For others, the cold doesn't bother them at all. Some say they've embraced winter and aren't ready to see it go just yet.
I love it, actually. I find it very invigorating. I love getting out early in the morning. I like coming down here to watch the sunrise, and even when it's cold, it's beautiful.
While temperatures are still below average, the gradual warm-up is a reminder that relief may finally be on the way.
Our Coast TV meteorologists say that temperatures are expected to warm up through the rest of the week. In Milton, I'm Nicole Richter, Coast TV News.
We are taking a live look into Milford as our first alert chief meteorologist Paul Williams joins us now with a look at our forecast. Good evening, Paul.
Well, what's interesting is that, yes, we're going to stay cold again today, then we'll warm up, get rainy, get warmer, and then we'll tank again with the temperature. So it's just an up and down situation that we have to consistently monitor. And Friday's going to be a problematic day, too. We'll get to that in a moment. In Lewes, we're still cold, 29 degrees, and we're going to stay in the upper 20s to low 30s for the rest of the night. We started off at 17 degrees, the starting point in Georgetown, the low of 19 in Cambridge. We had a low of 21 Ocean City and 18 in Salisbury. Now think about this, 17, as low as that may be, and well below the 33, which is the norm for this time of the year, but 7 below 0. That's the actual record set on the state. Temperatures are manageable right now. Like the lady said on the video, hey, 40 is cold enough for me. I'm with her on that. The winds are coming out of the south and relatively light, but we're still near freezing or slightly above it or slightly below it, generally speaking, around the entire area. But as you take a look at our expectations for the wind chills for tonight, we're going to drop to the lower 20s to upper teens in most locations. So yeah, there's plenty of cold to go around for tonight. But coming up, we're going to be talking about plenty of rain, plenty of wind, and perhaps even a bit stormy. Back to you.
Thank you, Paul. This evening, a public hearing is being held to grant the Carlisle Fire Department a conditional use ordinance for a new substation. Coast TV News reporter Elisa Weber tells us why the department says they need it.
Rapid growth in the city of Milford has created a need for faster emergency response, and the Carlisle Fire Company hopes to address that by creating a substation on land purchased off of Cedar Beach Road. City officials say the additional site will make fire protection more accessible as development continues on the southeast side of town.
I mean, you know, there's a lot to cover out there. You remember, the fire company doesn't just do the city of Milford. They do the city of Milford and the surrounding areas. So they're responsible for quite a bit.
And one person who lives on the outside of city limits couldn't agree more.
So to cut the response time to 5 minutes, that just saves the time, you know, of your house burning down. You know, I would rather make repairs on my house than have to build a whole new home. You know what I mean? And what if you're trapped? You know, the smoke takes time to rise, but if a firefighter can get there, get in the building, you know, just the response time is just amazing.
The fire department says the substation would be much smaller than its current location on Front Street. The substation would only be suited for about 15 people. Efforts to improve safety in the growing city of Milford. For Coast TV News, I'm Elisa Weber.
The Milford Planning Commission started meeting at 6, including a public hearing on the project, and we'll update you on what happens tonight at 11. Also tonight, a new Dairy Queen could be one step closer in Milton. It's planned for Broad Hill Road next to an already approved Dunkin' Donuts and in front of the newer Cypress Grove development. The developer is asking Milton Planning and Zoning for final site plan approval.
I think it's good for this area because before we always had to go into Lewes.
I'm not real happy about it. I think there's a couple of really nice local creameries in the area that I'd rather see people, go to.
The Dairy Queen would have a drive-through and 32 parking spaces.
The college football playoffs begin this weekend, and while no local college is participating, a local player is. DSN's Tyler Aiken checks in on the story of an impressive Delmarva native.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
From the peninsula to the college football playoff, Smyrna alum Wayne Knight and James Madison get to compete for a national championship starting this weekend. And the running back isn't just along for the ride, he's in the driver's seat. Back at Smyrna, Knight was a 3-time All-State player. He's slowly developed over his years at James Madison, and now Knight is an All-American. The redshirt junior has accounted for over 1,900 all-purpose yards and 10 total touchdowns. In a Sun Belt Championship win over Troy, Knight put together his best performance yet, 211 rushing yards, including this 73-yard score. Here's the thing, Knight and James Madison visit Oregon this weekend, and the Ducks have a stout run defense. Oregon has only given up 1 rushing touchdown since mid-October. The Ducks also have held 4 opponents to under 100 rushing yards. Long story short, the Dukes have their work cut out for them. Kickoff is on Saturday evening at 4:30 over in Eugene, Oregon, and as the lowest seeded team in the playoffs, JMU needs some magic, but maybe Wayne Knight can provide it. That'll do it for sports. Have a nice one.
We have a major wave of rain that's going to be coming our way for Friday, and we could have some problems with the yellow alert day on top of that.
But first, coming together every Wednesday, how one program in Berlin is helping people with special needs connect, when we're back in just 60 seconds.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
Making friends can be difficult, and for some people with disabilities, that adds an extra layer of challenge. But one Baptist church in Berlin is trying to make this all a little bit easier for everybody. As Coast TV reporter Kevin Zappe shows us, the program is changing people's lives for the better.
Every Wednesday night, people with disabilities come together at the Berlin First Baptist Church to meet friends and learn about Jesus.
What's the best part of your week this week? Skip work. Skipping work?
Something Shannon Deal says is a needed place for them to connect.
It's something that we don't do, I don't think, as a society very well, of giving them just a safe place to come once a week to hang out. I think as adults and as children, we desire that fellowship.
What started as a simple birthday party 2 years ago for someone with special needs has grown into a movement called FIND, finding friends and individuals with special needs. Every Wednesday night, FIND hosts Faithful Friends, a youth group that brings people with disabilities together. And every other month, the church holds community events, celebrating birthdays, sharing meals, and creating a place where every person is valued. Because FIND isn't just about activities, it's about being part of a family. Something Christy Service says her son Stephen looks forward to every week.
Stephen will be 35 in January. He's a very funny guy. He loves to have fun, and he just loves to share with his peers. And he loves to meet new friends, and this is a wonderful place to do that.
This event is funded through grants and donations sent to the church. Deal says they will continue to run Faithful Friends every Wednesday. I'm Kevin Zappe in Berlin, Coast TV News.
Just how uncomfortable is the cold? Hey, it's making everybody feel fuzzy. Even the camera's feeling a bit fuzzy right now as we drop back to 31 degrees by 10 o'clock under clear skies in Ocean City. And here's where the fuzziness began. 17 the starting point in Georgetown, 18 Salisbury, 21 Ocean City. Right now, we're at least somewhere close to freezing or above or just slightly below. 29 right now in Redden and Milton, but 35 in Georgetown, 30 in Seaford, Laurel, and Del Mar. So we still have plenty of cold to pass around and share. The winds are relatively light, so we're feeling where we are with the temperature right now, so we're not being misled by any way. But we do have some gusty winds expected along the coast and for the beaches, with 25-mile-per-hour wind gusts likely to occur with a newly issued small craft advisory. Not much is happening for right now, but we have cloud cover and rain on the way. Our futurecast indicating for Wednesday morning, we start off clear with temperatures near 30, Cloud cover begins to roll through on Wednesday at 3 o'clock and will be in the mid-40s, 45, for example, in Millsboro and Georgetown. Then for Thursday morning, we start off a lot warmer. 9 o'clock in the morning, we're at about 42 degrees in Millsboro, 35 in Seaford and Georgetown. But notice we'll bounce into the 50s. Now that's going to be a nice change of pace. Almost a warm, fuzzy feeling in a different way. Then here comes the rain coming in on Friday early in the morning, and these showers are going to break out like crazy. This model is kind of aggressive. Made me feel a little uneasy, so I wanted to double check it with a different model, okay? So Thursday night, this is where it kicks in going into Friday morning. So I wanted to take another model that's not so aggressive, okay? Back off, slow down. So with this model, it's looking pretty moderate for us going to Thursday. Then Friday morning, we still have a little aggression happening on this one too. And this one's actually indicating a possible little hook right there. That's a lot of aggression. So I wanted to double check that with what's happening with the possible rain. We're looking at possibly 2 inches of rain in Milton, possibly over 1.5 inches Fenwick Island and Bethany, and possibly 1 inch in most areas widespread. Then I double checked what's happening with the model runs with the winds. Out of the west at 43, almost 45 mile per hour winds, particularly for Bethany Beach. That makes for a not so pretty Friday. So here we go, folks. Wednesday, Thursday, we're okay, warming up nicely, but Friday morning, particularly Friday morning, he said 3 times to stress it. It's looking real stormy, real ugly, and real crazy, and then we drop like a stone going into Saturday.
Christmas is almost here, which means so is our Bless Our Children campaign. Our tree here is full of cards, which are all representing donations from viewers like you that make sure every child has a present to open Christmas morning. Here is a beautiful card with a little deer on it. It says, "Oh Holy Night." And this lovely card is from Alice Ellis in Seaford, who says, "Rejoice in this season of hope, happiness, and peace." Thank you, Alice, for your donation. Businesses can help by accepting the Shell Brothers Challenge of donating at least $1,000. And if you want to help, send a donation in a holiday card, and we may just read it on the air. Send a check or money order to the address on your screen, or donate online at blessourchildren.org. Already raised $318,000 to help children and families this holiday season. Thank you so much.
Get dancing to the music. Holiday season is here, and so is the return of our holiday house.
Let's show you a cool picture here. We have a beautiful tree and stockings from Chris and Lori in Rehoboth Beach. Awesome view there.
Love to see it.
And they have Holiday House in the background.
Even better.
Even better. Thank you for sending us your home. And guess what? We want to see how you are decking the halls like Chris and Lori in Rehoboth. Send us everything to coasttv.com/holidayhouse. We'll be right back.
In Milford right now, we're at a cold, chilly 28 degrees, and we're going to stay in the mid-20s for Milford under mostly clear skies. Small craft advisory is active for us throughout a good portion of the Atlantic side of the Domava Peninsula. Keep that in mind. George Thomas of Lewes, you're our umbrella winner, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling. Keep up with your forecast by calling our weather line, 443-880-9100. Your forecast is just a call away, sponsored by the law offices of Brugstedt, Mandalis, and Federico. And here's a look at our 10-day forecast. Wednesday's going to be good. Thursday, we're going to be warmer. Friday, we're going to have problems. Big-time winds, 40-mile-per-hour winds, over 1.5 inches of rain, possibly 2 in some areas. We will keep you posted, and it's a yellow alert day, so stay on your toes.
Paul, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
And we'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.